Whoever this message is for, you are somebody that has so much divine wisdom and spiritual authority. I feel like you don't even realize how high your spiritual ranking is. And some of you are sitting there like, no, I know, but take what you know and multiply that times 100, okay? And that's where you're at. Like you're very high up in that chart. Like I'm hearing like the food chain, like you're at the very top, okay? um and I feel like you, whether it's in this lifetime or another lifetime, okay? And I really suggest that you guys book a past life reading with me because it's going to give you so many answers. But I feel like you either now or used to be some sort of teacher. Some of you are like literally teachers, like you're working in the school system. And some of you guys, like myself, like you're a teacher that is not like a traditional teacher. You know, maybe you teach your community or like you teach on social media. Whatever it is that you teach or whoever it is that you teach, you're spreading awareness and you're educating people. Some of you guys are counseling people as well. Like you may be counseling people on like morale or morality. Some of you may be like religious leaders or spiritual leaders and teachers as well. And now this is the kicker, okay? The teacher is a perpetual learner, okay? Teachers are perpetual learners. That means that just because you are a teacher doesn't mean that you know everything. You should always be open to learning new things. And some of you may have had a hard time with that. Like maybe you were stubborn or headstrong and you're like, I know what I know, I know what I know. But now you're seeking insight from a higher authority or some sort of expert in a field, okay? Like some of you guys, like you may be really high up um, on the ladder when it comes to your career. Like maybe you're like, let's say you're like general manager or district manager, right? And now you're going to corporate and taking classes. Or maybe you're a real estate agent and now you're going and learning from other realtors or brokers, you know, or whatever the case may be. Somebody's buying a house or selling a house as well. All right. Somebody may have like cream or brown or like burgundy-ish, darker red or maroon. That's the word I'm looking for. Um, Somewhere in that color family, you may have paint in your house that's that color, or you may have decorative items that is one of the colors that I mentioned. Okay. Um, or somebody like you may wear those colors to work. Interesting. Somebody has like black and white tiles on their floor. Somebody may have like marble floors. Somebody might live in a house that is like really, really old and it's been like remodeled, or maybe you're not selling your house or buying a house. You might be remodeling your home as well. Okay. Whatever the case may be. We got earth energy here. So we got Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Some of you may be born in January or June, or you may be born in July, or you may be a life path 1, 6, or 7, okay? Or you may be seeing those numbers. You may be seeing like 777, 666, 167, 761, 716, or that may even be your area code. If I'm not mistaken, 716 is Texas. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that may be your area code. Okay. Now, the reason why you're seeking. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so some of you guys, like maybe you were raised as like Muslim, going to like a masjid. Somebody may be taking their Hajj, which is that trip to Mecca that most Muslims take. But the message I'm getting here is some of you, you are as intelligent as you are, right? As divine as you are, you're finally turning to your spirit guides. So that may be the higher authority that you're looking to connect with and learn from. Okay, take it as it resonates, but don't force it to fit. Remember, these are collective readings. Not everything is going to fit for everybody. All right. If you want a personal reading, you can book that with me down below at the link in the description box. But I feel like a lot of you are you're seeking you're seeking some sort of guidance, okay? And so now you're going to a higher authority, somebody who has more experience in whatever you're trying to learn than you do. All right, somebody's going to learn from like a shaman or a high priest. Somebody's going to get initiated to become a shaman or a high priest as well. Because we got the teacher card here. This is what I'm going based off of, okay? And the deck that I'm using is Tarot of the Moors. All right. Now, remember I was saying earlier how some of you may have been stubborn or headstrong, and you were like, well, I know what I know, what I know, what I know. And you're like, yeah, I don't need to learn anything from anybody. Like, there's nothing that anybody could teach me that I can't teach myself. Now you're like, I'm going to go and learn from somebody. You know, some of you guys are really tapping into higher dimensions. Like, you're really experimenting and going towards your spirituality. All right. Some of you guys, like, you're learning how to, whatever it is that you're learning, it's going to bring you abundance. It's going to bring you lots and lots of money because I'm seeing a lot of gold here. And with the Eight of Swords here in reverse, I feel like now this is like you're no longer restricted. Whereas before I think for some of you it was a pride thing. You know, it was a pride thing. For some of you, maybe it was fear. Like, if for those of you who are tapping into your spirituality and connecting with your spirit team, you're no longer afraid. And now you're unrestricted. You know, it's bringing a sense of freedom, and it feels really good because whatever you're learning is really going to benefit you in the long run. Okay. So the Eight of Swords literally says, you become less stubborn and accept assistance from others. And it's like, I feel like your hands are tied, some of you, okay? And when I say that, I mean like it took for you to really hit rock bottom, or it took for you to really get to a place of desperation, is what they're saying. But I don't like that word. I really don't. But it took for you to get to a place where now you're like, yeah, I really need help. Some of you are in a bind. Maybe you're needing legal assistance as well. Some of you may be seeking some sort of financial advisor. Whatever this is, whatever this assistance is that you're seeking, I feel like maybe some of you are ashamed of it. Like, you don't want to tell anybody that you need help. You're very prideful. But the thing is, that actually makes you powerful. You know, being able to admit that you need help is very powerful. Pride aside, ego aside, okay? Because the more you learn, the more you grow. And so, whoever it is that you're connecting with, they're going to really show you life from a different perspective. They're going to expand your horizons. Some of you may have been like arrested or something, or maybe you got like a really expensive ticket and you're like, okay, I didn't want to pay a lawyer, but I'm gonna have to. Maybe you thought you were gonna like represent yourself, and now you're like, I'm gonna, invest in some help so that I'm sure I can get myself out of this spot that I'm in. All right. And this is going to prove to be a success with all these swords here. Okay. And these are swords with golden handles. So this is bringing you not only success and freedom, but it's also bringing you a sense of relief and peace of mind, which honestly is priceless. All right. For those of you who are seeking assistance with your business, or maybe like personal growth, it's going to, somebody's going to therapy. Or you may be booking my services, because I'm also a master certified life coach. And although I specialize in mindset transformation, I offer relationship coaching, personal growth and evolution coaching, and the whole nine. Okay, that's what makes me a master certified life coach, because I'm trained to assist in all the above. But you're seeking some sort of help. Somebody might be going to like marriage therapy as well, marriage counseling. Maybe for a while you or your spouse was like, yeah, we don't need that, and now you're like, no, we need this. You guys are really on a learning journey, and this is going to contribute greatly to your personal evolution. Some of you may be air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra as well. We also got the Desert Hermit here in reverse. So this is you coming out of a place of feeling like it's only you. It was kind of like maybe you felt like everything was every man for self, and now you're realizing that you actually do have a support system, and there are actually people that you can turn to, which is really great, because the Desert Hermit in reverse talks about a lack of guidance. Like you may have been doing things the wrong way because maybe you didn't have any guidance, or you were too prideful to ask for help, and so you ended up going in the wrong direction, and now you're going back and you're like, okay, let me get some help now, so I can put myself on the right path. Okay, it says returning to the world after a long retreat. So for a very long time it was just you, yourself, and you. Okay, you were like, I'm all I got, we all we got, and now you're like, I need some help. I need community, and community is very powerful, and right in that word is unity. Okay, it doesn't get any more powerful than unity, because remember, as a collective, we're more powerful when we manifest together, when we work together, when we come together. Don't ever forget that. Okay, and for a while, I feel like for a very long time there was a part of you that wanted to ask for help, but then you had that pride and that ego that was like, no, you know what? If I ask for help, they're gonna hold it against me. They're gonna throw it in my face. And now you're like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna go for it. And this is bringing you to a new level. Like you're graduating. You're being initiated. You're moving up. Okay. I'm hearing like moving on up. Like you're literally moving up. Okay, I'm seeing you in like an elevator. So excuse me, my throat is going crazy. So I feel like some of you guys are speakers. Maybe you're getting assistance on like increasing your skills when it comes to speaking, like learning how to articulate yourself a little bit better. Some of you guys are seeking assistance with the alchemy card here in reverse. You may be seeking assistance with your health. You may be going to a doctor. You may be getting some sort of procedure done. You may be going to like a holistic healer, a spiritual healer. Like some of you guys, you're feeling agitated, or you're not really feeling like yourself. Okay, some of you guys, this is manifesting in health problems. Okay, because you're overwhelmed and stressed out, and so it's becoming like it's affecting your health. So you want to be really careful with that. Make sure that you're meditating, you're journaling, and you're not holding on to anything. Make sure that you're doing the proper releasing, because mental psychological problems can definitely turn into health problems. Okay, so be mindful of what you're worrying about. And remember, you have nothing to worry about anyway. Because I want you to say this in the comment section. Because remember, we're more powerful when we manifest together. I want you to say that everything is happening for me, not to me. Everything is happening for me, not to me. Okay. And I also want you to say life is unfolding in my favor. Life is unfolding in my favor. Because it is. Okay. So some of you guys feel like you're going through hell, or you may be experiencing some unforeseen delays. Okay, which is completely normal. Be patient and kind of just coast with it. Okay, now we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, and coast. And I feel like the kick push thing, that was you putting in your action. That was you taking action, putting that work in. And now it's time to just coast. And I feel like some of you guys, like, you're worried because you're like, I put the work in and things aren't happening the way that I want them to happen. This keeps coming out. Your mindset is delaying everything. Your mindset and the fact that you're not taking the time to really do the releasing and kind of just like trusting, which is very important. And one of the biggest things that you need to release is control. Okay? You have to release control. Some of you guys may be water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. And so with the moon card here upright, what did I just say? It's your mind. Your mind and your emotions are creating this illusion that life is worse than it really is. Okay. And so now when we speak about the moon, we're looking at time patterns and cycles. So you have to wait. There are some cycles coming to an end so that new cycles can begin. Okay. Some of you guys are having dreams, visions, and nightmares. Some of you guys are like you're lacking sleep. You're not sleeping because you're stressed out. Make sure that just be careful. Just be careful. Do not run yourself into an early grave being worried about things that are going to work out for you anyway. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, like, you are literally destined for greatness. Okay. Your success is inevitable. And I want you to drop that in the comment section as well. My success is inevitable. Okay. And I might make that the title, because if only you knew, you wouldn't even worry. You wouldn't worry. And I feel like with the moon card here and the alchemy card here as well, it's like you're forgetting your power and you're worrying. You're stressed out over something that is bound to work in your favor in the first place. So the moon card speaks about inner disturbance and disillusionment, irrational thoughts, okay? Insecurity. So remember who you are. It's so powerful to remember who you are. Some of you guys, you're watching the news. You need to stop watching the news. It's very depressing. It does not help. And they don't even show you what really matters anyway. Like, a lot of that is made up. It's made up hogwash. All right. They're not showing you what you really need to know anyway. Right. And to be honest with you, what you really need to know is inside of you. But if you're looking for like global news and you want to know what's going on around the world, the best place to look for that is social media, honestly, or even on the internet. But the news, like if you turn on the news, CNN, CBS, whatever else, you don't want to fill yourself up with that negative energy, because what it's doing is it's depressing you. It's not helping. It's only making things worse, okay? So to close this reading, we got the Five of Cups upright. Wow. And so what the Five of Cups says is, you may feel like the love, the joy, the pleasure that you used to have is lost. But the reality is setbacks are only temporary, all right? Someone's wallowing in their own misery. Someone's wallowing in their misery. Some of you guys really need to study your birth chart and understand, understand, and overstand why you feel the way you feel based on planetary alignments. Okay. I'm telling you, like, the cycles of the moon and certain planetary movements can affect your mood and affect the outcome of how everything is happening in your life. Okay, so being aware of that is very important, because then you'll know how to navigate through certain cycles and phases. And it's also a reminder that everything is cyclical and what you're experiencing is temporary. So if this reading resonates with you, I highly, highly suggest that you book a birth chart and life path reading with me. And even if you can't book that with me, it's very important for you to study your birth chart. But when you book it with me, we go through everything bit by bit. We look at all your planetary alignments and we look at all your placements. And you also receive your own customized birth chart report, as well as a conclusion and solution report directly from me. The conclusion and solution report is really helpful because it gives you key takeaways from what we discussed, and it's also going to help you with a bunch of different solutions to addressing the concerns that you came to the session with. If you're interested in booking that link is going to be down below in the description box. Okay, there's only going to be a few more opportunities to book a reading with me for now until I reopen my schedule. My schedule is going to be open for the next 2 weeks. All right, and then it's going to be closed for a while. So don't miss that opportunity. All right, but I'm going to leave it there, family. If you need more guidance, I'm always here to help you. Everything that you may need from me is going to be down below at the link in the description box. Thank you guys for all your donations, your likes, your comments, your shares. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. You are loved and appreciated, okay? Sending you guys so much love, hugs, and healing energy. Until next time, family, peace and oneness.